My sister did not steal my fiancé the way you might think. She did something colder and far more patient. She spent 8 months convincing him. I was losing my mind so that when I finally told the truth, he would not believe me. My name is Madeline. I am 32 years old. I live in Charleston, South Carolina. I own a small flower shop in the suburbs. I make flowers for weddings. The shop is called Magnolia and Vine. I picked the name. I drew the small logo by hand. I built it up from nothing in 6 years. My apartment sits right above the shop. There is a back staircase made of metal. It rattles when I walk down each morning. The shop has a green wood door. Inside it smells like clean water and white roses. The floor is old pine. It creaks soft under my shoes. I am going to marry Theodore. He is 35. He is an architect. We met 2 years ago. He came into my shop one cold afternoon. His father had just died. He needed white roses for the funeral. He spoke softly. He listened more than he talked. He did not try to charm me. I liked him from that first day. Theodore is not loud. He does not say big things, but he remembers small things. He remembers that I drink black coffee with 1 spoon of honey. He remembers that I do not like red roses. I told him once 2 years back. I said red roses were too common. He never bought me red roses again. He brings me yellow daisies from the gas station near his office. He sets them on my counter and smiles. Vivian is my sister. She is 29. She is my only sibling. Everyone says Vivian is the pretty one. She is tall. She has long brown hair. She laughs in a loud, easy way. People love her at parties. I am the careful one. I plan things. I am quiet. We are very different. We have always been different. Vivian works for me at the shop. She has been my assistant for 1 year. She is good with the customers. She talks to brides and their mothers. She wraps the bouquets in white paper. I am thankful for her help. 8 months ago, our mother died. She had cancer in her stomach. She was sick for almost 2 years. In her last weeks, I closed the shop. I did not work for 6 weeks. I sat with Mom every day at the hospital. I held her hand. I gave her ice chips when her mouth was dry. I read to her at night. Vivian came to the hospital sometimes. She did not stay long. She said it was hard for her, so she ran the shop instead. She took the orders. She paid the bills. She did the deliveries. She saved my business. I have told her thank you many times. I mean it. I still mean it. Last Friday, I am at the shop. I am tying a piece of cream ribbon on a bouquet. The ribbon is a little crooked. My phone rings on the counter. It is Theodore. His voice sounds happy. "Hey, Maddie," he says. "For our anniversary tonight, you want to go back to the old Anchor. That dinner on my birthday was so nice." I stop. I hold the ribbon in my fingers. The old Anchor. I have never been there. I have never had dinner with Theodore on his birthday. His birthday is in March. In March, my mother was dying. In March, I slept on a hard hospital chair. I did not go to a restaurant. I did not see Theodore that whole night. But I do not say any of this. I laugh into the phone. I make my voice light. "Of course, my love," I say. "That sounds great." I put the phone down on the counter. Across the shop, Vivian is making a small wedding bouquet. She hums along to the radio. The song is something old, something about summer. She smiles at the flowers in her hands. She looks happy. I watch her for a long time. I do not know why I watch. I just feel something. Something small is wrong. I do not know what is wrong, but I feel it the way you feel a draft in a closed room. Over the next week, small things happen. I write each one down in a black notebook I keep in my desk drawer. On Monday, a bride walks into the shop. Her name is Caroline. She had her wedding the week before. She gives me a long hug. She says, "Maddie, the letter you wrote with my flowers was so beautiful." My husband cried when I read it to him. Thank you so much. I do not know what letter she means. I never write letters with my flowers. I just put a small white card with the bride's name. I smile at Caroline. I say, "I'm glad you liked it. You looked beautiful in your photos." After Caroline leaves, I walk over to Vivian. She stands behind the counter. She wraps a stem in green tape. "Did you write a letter to Caroline?" I ask. Vivian smiles. She does not look up. "Oh yeah, I just signed your name. You were so busy that day. I wanted to help." She keeps wrapping. I do not say anything else. I go back to my own work. But my hands feel cold. On Tuesday, a supplier calls. His name is Frank. He sells me roses from a farm up near Asheville. He calls me on the shop phone. "Madeline," he says. "Is this you, Madeline?" "Yeah, Frank, it's me." He pauses. He sounds confused. "Your voice. You sound different from yesterday." I hold the phone. "I did not call Frank yesterday. I have not talked to him in 2 weeks. I say, "Different how?" "Lighter. Younger, I guess. Never mind. Are you ready for the new order?" We talk about the roses. I write the numbers down. After we hang up, I sit at my desk. I open my email. I look in the sent folder. There are emails to Frank from yesterday. I did not write them. They are signed Maddie. They are from my own address. Wednesday is worse. Theodore comes to my apartment after work. He uses the bathroom. His phone is on my kitchen table. It buzzes. I look. I should not look at his phone, but I do. There is a photo on the screen. Theodore is at a restaurant. There is a small candle on the table. He sits with a woman. The woman has her back turned to the camera. She wears a dark green dress. The dress is the color of wet leaves. It is my dress. It is the emerald green dress I thought I lost at the hospital months ago. I packed it in a bag, and the bag never came home. I put the phone back on the table. I sit down. I do not say anything to Theodore when he comes back. I do not yell at him. I do not run to him with the photo. I think instead, I want to know more. I want the whole story before I move. Theodore starts to act strange too. On Thursday night, we sit on my couch. He drinks tea. I drink water. He watches me over his cup. His face is soft and worried. "Maddie," he says, "are you okay? Have you been taking your medicine?" I do not take any medicine. I have not been to a doctor in 2 years. My health is fine. "Theodore," I say, "I don't take any medicine." "What do you mean?" He looks at me a long time. He says, "Honey, it's okay. You can rest. You don't have to push so hard right now. I just want you to be well." I do not understand, but I do not push him. I just nod. I drink my water. Later that night in bed, he holds me from behind. He whispers in my ear, "I am proud of you, Maddie. You have come so far from those dark days." What dark days? After Mom died, I cried. I felt heavy. I felt empty for weeks, but I was not sick. I was not in any danger. I went to work. I ate dinner. I kept on living. I ask in a soft voice, "What dark days, Theodore? What do you think happened to me?" He pulls back a little. He looks at the ceiling. He stumbles. I just want you to know I'm here for you, Maddie. Vivian has been so worried about you. She told me to be patient with you." Vivian? What has Vivian been telling him about me? I do not sleep that night. At 2 a.m., I get up. I go down the back stairs to the shop. I sit on the cold pine floor. The bouquets stand in tall metal buckets all around me. They wait for the morning deliveries. The shop looks the same as it has for 6 years, but everything feels wrong. It is like coming home and finding that someone has moved your couch 1 inch to the left. You cannot say exactly what is different, but it is not your room anymore. The next day, I call Marlene. Marlene owns the bakery across the street. She is my best friend. We meet in the back of her shop. She gives me a paper cup of coffee with honey in it. She wears a flower-dusted apron with little blue flowers on it. "Marlene," I say, "has Vivian been acting strange?" Marlene puts down her own cup. Her face goes serious. "Maddie, I've been waiting to bring this up. Vivian comes here every morning before you open. She buys 2 pastries. She tells my customers that she runs the flower shop now. She talks about it like it's hers. I thought maybe you'd given her a partnership. I should have asked you." I drive home. I park behind the shop. I climb the stairs to my apartment. I open my laptop on the kitchen table. In my email drafts, there is one message. It is to Theodore. It says, "Theodore, I do not think we can keep going. I have not recovered. I need time alone. Please do not look for me. Maddie." The email is ready to send. I just have to click. I never wrote it. Someone is writing my life, and it is not me. I do not cry that night. I sit on the floor of my apartment. The light from the laptop hurts my eyes. Then I close it. I make a plan. I do not call Vivian. I do not call Theodore. I do not call the police. I want to find out everything first. I want all of the truth before I move. The next morning, I get to the shop at 6 a.m. The shop opens at 9. Vivian comes in at 8:30. I have over 2 hours. I sit at Vivian's desk. I open her laptop. The screen asks for a password. I know her password. Vivian uses our mother's birthday. She has used it for years. I have watched her type it many times. Mom was born May 12th, 1957. Vivian types it as 05121957. The laptop opens. On her desktop is a folder. The name of the folder is Maddie Updates. My hands shake. I click on it. Inside, there are emails. So many emails. More than 40. They are all to Theodore. Vivian has been writing to him for 8 months, since right after Mom died. I sit down on the floor. I bring the laptop with me. I read each one. The first email is short. It says, "Theo, Maddie had a panic attack today. I had to drive her home. Please do not say anything. She doesn't want you to worry. I have never had a panic attack. Not one time. Not ever in my life." The next email says, "Theo, I am so worried about her. Her doctor put her on antidepressants. but I see her hiding the pills behind the sugar jar. She is not taking them. I do not know what to do. I have not been to a doctor in 2 years. No one ever gave me pills. There are no pills behind any sugar jar. I keep reading. Theo, I love my sister, but she is not the same person you fell in love with. Please be patient. Do not make any big choices with her. Talk to me first. Theo, I need to ask you something hard. If Maddie ever tells you she wants to break up, please call me right away. That is not really her voice. That is the sickness talking. Promise me. The sun comes up through the window. The shop gets warmer. The words go into me, but I cannot feel them yet. My hands are cold. My face feels frozen. I sit on the wood floor with the laptop in my lap. I see what Vivian has done. She has built a wall between me and Theodore. Brick by brick. Email by email. Every email is a small lie that sounds like love. If I ever tried to leave Theodore, he would not believe me. Vivian had told him not to. She had told him that the real me is not the one talking. She had told him to call her not to listen to me. I look at the other folders. The business papers come next. Vivian has signed 3 contracts with my name. 3 big wedding contracts. She made my signature look like mine. It is almost perfect. She moved 30% of the money to her own bank account at Wells Fargo. That is fraud. That is a crime. Not just a sister thing, a police thing. There are more photos. Vivian wears my clothes, the green dress, my white wool coat, my pearl earrings, the ones Mom gave me on my 16th birthday. She wears them all to dinner with Theodore at the old Anchor. She smiles in every photo. Theodore looks at her. He thinks he is looking at me. Then I find a Word file. The file name is Plan B. I open it. It is a list. I read every line. Get Maddie off her medicine slowly. Move the business name to me. The reason she is not capable. Theo has to trust me more than he trusts her. After Theo and Maddie break up, wait 6 months. Then meet Theo by accident. I read the list once. I read it twice. I read it 3 times. I sit very still on the floor. I do not cry. I do not scream. I understand something now. Vivian does not love Theodore. Not really. Vivian wants to be me. Mom always called me Mom's daughter when we were kids. She called Vivian Maddie's little one. Mom always asked me for help. She trusted me with the bills, the keys, the money. Vivian was the pretty one. I was the careful one. I never thought it bothered Vivian. She always smiled. She always said she was happy. When Mom died, she left a will. She left me the shop. She left me the apartment. She left me her savings, all $42,000. She left Vivian one thing, a gold necklace. I went to Vivian after the will reading. I said, let's split everything, half and half. That is fair. Vivian smiled. She said, no, Maddie, that is what Mom wanted. I am fine. Really, she was not fine. From the night of the funeral, she was already starting her plan. The clock on the wall says 8:25. Vivian will be here in 5 minutes. I plug my small black drive into the laptop. I copy every file. I take out the drive. I close the laptop. I put it back exactly where I found it. I move to my own desk. I take a deep breath. I open my own laptop. I pretend to look at orders. The bell on the front door rings. Vivian comes in. She is smiling. She holds 2 coffee cups from the place around the corner. Maddie, you're here so early I got you coffee. Black with 1 spoon of honey, right? I look at her. I smile back. I take the cup. Yes, that's right. Thanks, Viv. She has no idea. She has no idea I have seen everything. I learned something that morning. The most dangerous people are not the ones who hate you. They are the ones who want to become you. That night, I drive home. I sit at my kitchen table. I open my laptop. I write Theodore a short text. I need to see you at your office tomorrow at 11. Do not tell Vivian, please. He writes back in 1 minute. Okay, are you all right? I will explain tomorrow. I do not sleep much. I lie in bed and stare at the ceiling. I think about every word I will say. The next morning, I get to Theodore's office at 11. The drive is in my purse. He has a small office in a building downtown near the harbor. He stands up when I come in. Maddie, what is going on? I do not answer. I sit down. I open my laptop on his desk. I plug in the drive. I open the Maddie updates folder. I turn the screen so he can see. Read these, I say. All of them. Take your time. I sit back. I watch his face. He does not understand at first. Then he reads slowly. His face changes. First, he looks puzzled. Then his eyes go wide. Then he goes pale. He covers his mouth with his hand. When he gets to the Plan B file, he stops. He puts his head down on his desk for a moment. When he looks up, his eyes are wet. Maddie, he says. I am so sorry. Maddie, Maddie. He cannot say much else. He says my name 3 or 4 times. You believed her? I say. I did. I believed all of it. I asked her if I should take you to a therapist. She said no. She said it would make you worse. Oh God. Oh my God. I do not comfort him. I just look at him across his desk. I know why you believed her, Theodore. She is good at this. But I want to ask you one thing. Anything. Did you ever ask me? Did you ever ask just me when we were alone if I was okay? If I needed to talk? He thinks. His face falls. He shakes his head slowly. No, I asked her. I trusted her. She is your sister. You trusted her voice over mine. He cries then. Real tears. He does not say anything. He just cries. I do not know if we can keep going, Theodore. I do not know that yet. But before anything else, I have to face Vivian. And I want you next to me when I do. Not to protect me. I want you to see her with your own eyes, so that later you can never say you did not know. He nods. Yes, anything. Yes. We meet at the shop that night at 8. The shop is closed. I lock the front door. I turn off the radio. The room smells like old water and clean stems. Vivian comes in through the back. She does not know Theodore is here too. She walks into the front. She sees him. She stops. What is going on? She says. I do not answer. I stand at the counter. I have all the papers in a stack. I begin to lay them down on the counter one by one. I do not say anything. I just lay them down. Each email, each fake contract, each photo of her in my dress. The Plan B file printed out on white paper. I lay them down like cards in a slow card game. Vivian's face changes fast. She starts to cry. She runs to me. She tries to put her arms around me. Maddie, sis, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to help you. I was scared you were gonna hurt yourself. I love you so much. I push her back. I do it gently. I am not angry with my hands. My voice is calm. You don't love me, Vivian. You envy me. You have envied me for a long time. Mom did love me more. You're right. Mom did trust me more. You're right. But that was not my fault. That was because I showed up. I took care of Mom. You were in Miami for the last 6 months of her life? Vivian stops crying. Her face goes hard. Then she says something true. The first true thing she has said in a long time. You don't know what it's like to live in your sister's shadow for 29 years. I look at her. I hold her eyes for a long moment. You're right. I don't. Because I never tried to do that to you. She has nothing to say to that. I do not call the police that night. I give her a choice. I have it in writing already. I print it out and put it on the counter. Sign this. It says you stole the money. It says you wrote those emails. You will pay back every dollar to me by next month. You will leave Charleston. You will not contact me or Theodore again. Or I take all of this to a lawyer in the morning. You go to court. You go to prison. Choose. She picks up the pen. Her hand shakes. She signs. Theodore drives me home. We do not talk in the car. The streets are dark and quiet. Street lights pass over the windshield. When we stop in front of my shop, I do not get out right away. I need time, I say. I do not know if I can trust you the way I used to. You believed her instead of asking me. That is going to take a long time to fix. Theodore nods. He looks down at his hands on the steering wheel. I will wait, as long as it takes. I get out. I close the car door softly. I go up the back stairs. Forgiveness is not free, and love that lives without truth is not love at all. 6 months go by. Vivian is in Phoenix, Arizona. She got a job there. I do not know what the job is. She paid back every dollar she stole. The check came in the mail. There was no note. She has not called me. She has not written me. I do not know if I will ever forgive her. I do not push myself. I let the feeling sit where it is. The flower shop is still open. Same green wood door. Same old pine floor that creaks. I have a new helper now. Her name is Beatrice. She is 50 years old. She used to work at a big flower shop in Atlanta for many years. She is quiet. She is good with her hands. She does not try to be my best friend. She comes in at 8. She leaves at 5. We talk about the flowers and the orders. That is all. That is what I need right now. Theodore and I are in couples therapy. We go every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Our therapist has a small office 2 floors above a coffee shop. She does not let us off easy. She makes us look at hard things we want to step around. In therapy, Theodore is learning to ask, not to guess, not to listen to other people about me, just to ask me when something feels off, to trust my voice first. I am learning to speak. I always thought he should know how I feel. He should just see it. But that is not fair. People are not mind readers. I have to use my words. We do not jump back into the wedding. We cancel the first one. It was big. 200 guests, white tents on a lawn, a band coming up from Nashville. I lose the deposit on the venue. It is $4,000. I do not care about the money. I do not want my wedding day to have anything from before. I do not want to walk down an aisle Vivian helped to plan. One morning in late October, I stand in the shop alone. The light through the window is soft and gray. The radio plays something slow. I open the cooler. I cut 3 things: magnolia, jasmine, a small green stem of rosemary. Rosemary means remembrance. Mom used to grow rosemary in a clay pot on her back porch. I make my own wedding bouquet. I tie it with a piece of plain white ribbon. I tie it slowly. I do not call Vivian to help me. I have no sister to help with my flowers. That is the truth. I let it be the truth. I do not pretend it does not hurt. It does hurt. But I tie the ribbon anyway. I put the bouquet in a glass of water in the cooler. We get married on Sullivan's Island. It is a small wedding. 12 people on the sand. Marlene from the bakery is my only bridesmaid. She wears a soft blue dress. She holds my flowers when I need both hands free. Theodore's mother is there. She cries the whole time. Happy tears, she says. She hugs me 5 times before the ceremony. My father is there too. He has not talked to Vivian since that night at the shop. He does not say much. He never says much. Before I walk to Theodore, he holds my hand for a long moment. His hand is warm and rough. He looks at me. He nods once. Then he lets me go. Theodore reads his vows from a small piece of paper. His voice shakes a little. Maddie, I believed a story about you. The story was not told by you. I will never do that again. I promise to ask you even when the truth makes me afraid. You deserve a partner who listens to you, not to other people speaking for you. I read mine. I look right at his face. Theodore, I almost lost you. Not because you stopped loving me, but because someone wanted me not to be here. I learned this. Love does not need a new man to save it. Love needs to be guarded. Thank you for staying. Long enough for me to guard it. Long enough for me to find us again. We do not have a band. We have a cooler full of beer and lemonade on the sand. People sit on a few wooden chairs. The sun goes down behind the island. The sky turns pink, then orange, then dark blue. The waves come in. The waves go out. Later that night, the others sit around a small fire. I walk a few feet away from them. I stand alone for a moment. I look at the ocean. The water is black now. The moon is small and high. I think about Vivian. I think about Mom. I think about the green dress, the emails, the cold shop floor. I think about all the things I lost. I do not forgive Vivian. Maybe I never will. I am okay with that now. I do not have to make myself feel something I do not feel, but I forgive myself for not seeing it sooner, for thinking my own blood was always safe, for not protecting my love sooner. Some people do not want what you have. They want who you are. The only way to live through that is to know yourself. Know yourself so deep that no one can write you over. Theodore comes to my side. He puts his arm around my back. Are you cold? He asks. I shake my head. No, I'm okay. We stand next to each other. We do not say more. We just watch the waves come in. We watch them go out. We watch them come in again. My sister tried to write my story, but the pen was always in my hand. I just had to remember how to use it. Thank you for listening to Madeline's story. If this story moved you, please give this video a like. Share it with a sister, a friend, anyone who needs to remember they own their own life. Don't forget to subscribe to Teddy English Story for more stories about love, betrayal, and the courage to begin again. See you in the next story.
Wow, let me sit with this one for a second. I'll be straight with you guys. Theodore made me mad. 8 months. 8 whole months of weird stuff. And he asked the sister, not midlife, not his own fiance. That hurt me more than the emails did. I'm glad they're in therapy. I am. But part of me wanted midlife to work. Is that wrong? Maybe. I'm not saying she should leave him. She's brave. She did the work to stay. I just kept thinking, if I were her, would I trust him again? Honestly, I don't know. And Vivian, the Plan B file, the green dress, calling the rose supplier in my voice, that's not jealousy. That's something darker. I have a cousin who used to do small things like this years ago. Wear my clothes, shine my name on a card, not even close to this level. But the feeling is the same. You know something is wrong, and everyone tells you you're crazy. The line that hit me, she doesn't love Theodore, she wants to be me. That's the whole thing. So be honest with me. Could you forgive Theodore? Or would you walk? I have my answer. Drop your below and I will answer all of them. Thank you so much for watching up to here. See you in the next story.